Okay, so something's weird. Lester and I are sitting out here having coffee, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I smell smoke, and I look to him and just say, like, hey, something's weird. I smell it, and then I see like a weird haze. I've walked around and I can't find anything, but it's still freaking me out. Maybe I'm imagining things. Maybe the wind just changed and it's blowing up things from out back, but I smell it. Like 1,000,000% smell it. And then when I look down the river here, I feel like I see smoke. God, it feels like it. It's so strange because that's not the direction of our fire, but is it a direction of a fire? Because I walked back here already and I don't see anything back here. But I will tell you that my paranoia level is up. And I guess I just have a heightened sense of awareness because of the circumstance. But I legitimately smell it. And it came out of nowhere. We've been sitting out here for about 20 minutes already. And I just don't want to see it happen again. But I do. I legitimately smell it. What's weird is I smell the old smoke over here. Or the burnt things, I should say. I smell the burnt things. I don't smell smoke over here. And I don't see smoke over here. Which makes me believe, like, there is a haze down this way. That there's another fire somewhere else. And the wind is blowing from the south this morning, which is where I'm seeing it. Gosh. I didn't know that I would have after effects of this, and they're not bad. Don't get me wrong. I didn't have to run in a burning building or nothing like that. Like, I know there's so many people that have much worse things happen than me. But I guess I'm super extremely conscious of whatever is going on. And I can't stop smelling it. I told Lester to go ahead and message Chris and say, hey, somewhere around here is big smoke. Yeah, it's getting worse down there. I'm going to walk down here and show you. Because just because it's not here specifically doesn't mean that couldn't make its way here. It's still dry. It still could be. There's so many woods around us that it could still come back here from another space. I mean, when I think about the fires man, it just looks like smoke out there. I know you're probably looking up close going, Jamie, you're insane, but I want you to know that, see how hazy it is behind this tree? It's smoke, and I smell it. I know that there is a forest fire towards Huntsville, Texas, which is like probably 80 miles that way. But it doesn't mean there wouldn't be another one that came up around this vicinity. This is like southeast Texas, and there are just woods everywhere. And everything is so incredibly dry, which was why the freak out happened the other day with the fire that happened here. They have to contain it quickly, or it will go. Basically, it will just keep going and going and going because all the underbrush is just dead. Everything that you step on is like it's late fall around here. There's nothing, and it's so dry that everything is just like a piece of tissue paper and will go up in flames. It's so crazy how hazy it is out there. It wasn't like that earlier. Oh, I'm just praying for the people involved, praying for the people that do this job, firefighting. You know, Lester and I were sitting here talking about the other night, last night actually, about the volunteer fire department. And I've talked a little bit about this in some of our lives, but if you think about it, these are like a fraternity, like a brotherhood, a fellowship. See how clear it is out here and how it's not down here? these men and women choose this path in life to where they want to volunteer their time to help others, and that's first responders, that's fire, specifically volunteer fire department. And it is a commitment unlike any other, because they don't get paid to do this. They're giving up their own time. They're using vacation time from their regular jobs to be able to do that. And I'm looking around right now to see if there's any other smoke that I can see that comes across anywhere. They give up their time, their vacation time, and then you have to think about this. Their kids and spouses, families in general, have to be supportive of this, because it's also taking away from their time. And you have to have not just a giving heart to be able to do this, but a giving lifestyle to sacrifice yourself for others. And I just think that that is incredible. And then one more thing, let me turn this around. I also sit here and think about the next generation. And right now is a generation of people who want more money for less work and don't want to work hard. And I'm sorry, work ethic is just uncommon these days. So when I think about the generation of volunteer firefighters, is there going to be another? Is this going to be a sustainable thing? Because people don't work for money right now. Yet, they have to work for nothing. And it costs them the gas to get there. It costs them the time and the vacation time. But they do it because it's in them. It's in their souls. It's in, like we heard Chris yesterday in the live and said, I wanted to do this since I was a kid. I watched my neighbor do it. And I just think that's incredible. But don't think for one second that I don't have a fear for the next generation and for what is to come, because those people won't even work for money, let alone work for free or pay to do something like that. And they're always on. And it requires so much communication and truly a team to be able to sustain these places. And they're all over the country. This isn't just where we're at. This is all over the country. Yes, you have paid fire departments in downtowns and big cities and things like that are on 24/7 and sleep at the firehouse just waiting because of the volume of circumstances that they have to handle. But when you have a place like South Polk County or Germantown, Illinois, where I grew up, you really have to think about what these people truly are giving. And I find it incredible and terrifying all at once. And it's just something to think about. Like, how do we keep that going? And, well, I hope that some of that love for humanity and for helping humanity comes out in one way or another. All right, let's take one more look around here because I'm just so freaked out. All right, well, Lester talked to our fire chief and told him what we saw, sent over the video, and they already had the drone up looking for it. We actually heard a helicopter fly over as well. It's no joke, y'all. And I just feel the need to be home and be vigilant. And I know that our neighbors are doing the same. We communicated with them to make sure everybody checked their properties as well. And I don't know. It appears to be better than it was. So, good news. But I do know that there's like 60,000 acres that have burned about 80 miles from here. And if there's one, there can be many. And well, like I said, we're just going to keep our eyes out, our noses out, and keep the communication going. It's going to be a while before we get more rain to be able to get anything back to where we aren't at such a risk. As you can see in our toasted yard here, this is just a touch of it. So, more to come later, y'all. Hopefully it's nothing. Hopefully it's just some smoke from those other fires that somehow made its way here. But for now, all is well.